Christina asking this question. Would you support a constitutional amendment banning same-sex marriage?
I would support a constitutional amendment that made marriage between a man and a woman.
Yes.
I was one of the authors of it when I was in the United States Senate. When I was one of the toughest, and this is very important to understand, one of the toughest things I had to do when I was in the United States Senate was to get my caucus, the Republican caucus, to support me in getting a vote on same-sex marriage in the floor of the United States Senate. Our presidential candidate, future presidential candidate, wanted nothing to do with it. So did a whole bunch of folks. Go out there and say, oh, they're for marriage between a man and a woman, but don't make me vote on it. Because then, when I go to the club, I'll get people who won't be nice to me. Or when I have interviews with the media, they're not going to be nice to me. They're going to create caricatures of me. They're going to call me a bigot. And so don't make me vote on this. The conversations that were had inside that room would make your hair curl. And I pushed and was able to get that bill voted. We I think got a majority, but we did not have enough to get a supermajority to pass it. But here's the important point. Since I left the Senate, there's never been another vote. And if you want a president who's going to go out and make this not just an issue that you talk about, in other words, say, boy, wouldn't this be nice, but actually push to make sure that we have a public debate in every state where there has been an active and engaged public debate on this issue, from Maine to California, it has won. The reason that the polls show that it's not a winning issue is because Americans don't understand how far-reaching the consequences are to our families, to our churches, to our communities. You here in New Hampshire are beginning and will begin to understand. You're seeing some of it, but it's still early in the game, and you're only one state somewhat isolated. If this becomes the norm, which if we don't pass a constitutional amendment, it will, because the court will not sit on the sideline and say you're married in Massachusetts or you're married in New Hampshire, and when you come to Pennsylvania, you're not. It will not, just like they did with abortion laws, where it's legal in this state, but it's not in another. The court will step in, and I am not particularly optimistic as to what they will do. And we will have it imposed upon us, and then you'll see how America, en masse, will be changed and uprooted from the nature of the family to the faith you're allowed to practice to what you're allowed to profess and believe, and how you will be punished and criticized by the government of this country for the religious beliefs you have and the values you maintain.
GrokTV.